Hi, everyone. How are you? Good to have you here for another amazing conversation with one of our speakers, actually, a speaker from the Women Thrive Summit. In this live conversation, we're talking about finding the courage to pursue your purpose. And why are we talking about this? Finding the courage to pursue your purpose? Well, maybe you have had this strong pull to start something new, and you know in your soul that you have this calling to start something. But perhaps you're feeling like, I'm just second guessing myself, second
Mhm.
thinking it, and you know you have that burning desire, but perhaps you don't have the courage to start. So today I'm joined by my guest expert, Earlene Camielle. Hi, Earlene. How are you?
Hi, I'm great, and it's wonderful to be here with you, Raymonda, with the Women Thrive community, and with everybody else that is tuning in.
Thank you. I'm excited to have you here. Where are you joining us from, first of all?
All the way from the Bahamas, 242.
And we're so bright today. We're certainly coming to match that energy of Bahamas. I've been there once, and the beautiful beach has taken my breath away, and I'm dreaming about coming back there.
Oh, you will be back. We're gonna collaborate and make sure you're back. You might be, hey, it's gonna be a combo of working a little bit and then vacationing as well, because we're getting you on stages here in the Bahamas.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, this is one lady you got to get to know, not only because she lives in the beautiful Bahamas, but because Arlene is so much more than that. So, join our conversation today with our purpose coach, TV host, and a film producer, Arlene Camille, who has evolved from playing it safe in the corporate world to living out her purpose and passion on a daily basis. So she is the host of Journey TV that gives people the platform to share their stories of how they turn their pain into passion and purpose. And as a speaker, as a coach, Earlene helps women to set a blaze and give birth to their purpose while giving them the opportunity to share their life journey with the world through the media. And I'm excited to have you here, Earlene, because this is such a huge topic. This is a topic that we always open our summit with, the purpose, because this is at the core of everything we do. Tell me, what ignites your passion to do the work that you're doing today?
What ignites my passion is the people that I'm called to ignite passion for and with. I know that my life is an example for others. I do believe that some people go through things ahead of others so that they can be the example, they can be the role model to push that person who might not be on that same level of strength and wisdom, to push them to get to the next person, get to the next level.
Why is it important? Why are we talking about courage to finding purpose or pursuing your purpose?
It is important because so many people are, you're not, it's not just you waiting to fulfill, or it's not just about you, you fulfilling yourself or pushing yourself on another level just for your life. But again, your example will push others. So there's a community that is waiting for you, even your family and your friends and the generations that are connected to you. They are waiting for you to take the next step so that they can have the courage to take the next step. So it's like a domino effect. When we stand up in our power and we push, we inspire everyone around us. So there are people that are waiting for you to do this, and you were brought here to this world for a purpose, and your creator is waiting for you to step into that purpose. So it is about you, but the bigger picture is it's not about you. It's about your family, the generations connected to you, your community, and the world.
Oh my God, that touched me so deeply because, you know, we're sitting here overthinking it. Can I do it? Can I not? And you just imagine how many people are currently missing out
Hmm.
by your fear of you
Hmm.
stepping into that purpose.
Hmm. Hmm.
Tell me a little bit about your story of how you found your purpose work, because I know obviously you've been you were doing something completely different in your
Yes.
life. Now you get to live out your dream.
Yeah. So I was in the corporate world, very successful, but of course I was executing someone else's vision. I was enjoying life, a regular life as far as everyday tasks, everyday activities, going out and having a good time, connecting with family and friends. But the desire for something bigger started to haunt me
Mm.
2016, and that pushed me to look within myself. And the more work I started to do within myself, it pushed me to being more restored, being a better person. And then the desire for some to do something greater in this world started to emerge. So that's how it all started for me. And I thought I had time, and then unfortunately I lost a dear friend. It was an untimely death, and it was a reality check for me. You don't have the time that you think you have. So that pushed me to take the next step and to make a decision to actually feed into the desires that were haunting me.
Oh wow, and what a
How
shake
it all
up to
started.
do that. You know,
Mhm.
it's a sad thing to have this kind of shake up to actually set you on your path.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. There's a sense of urgency for everyone who is watching and listening for you to step into your purpose. If it is already there in you, there is a sense of urgency. And I will say, don't follow me as far as waiting for something to happen to bring that sense of urgency to the surface. Definitely not. Today gives you the opportunity to make that to connect with it and make that leap.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, so true. And I think far too often we wait for that moment. You know, I've seen during the pandemic, so many people started to seek, which is amazing, to seek for that purpose work. But
Mhm.
what was happening up until then? We were so busy, so caught up in
Right,
our daily
right,
lives,
in our
going
own
to work.
mind.
It's like
Mhm.
having those blinders and not listening to our calling. The
Yes,
calling is
yes.
there. It's like knocking on your door.
Nice. Yeah.
Listen to that calling. I just
Mhm,
want to knock on your door right now and say, hey, man, Earlene, I hear knocking on your
mhm.
door to answer that call because there are people, there's
Waiting
places
for
you gotta
you.
go, there's people waiting for you to show up, and guess what? The transformation that you will have with people are, are going to touch other people.
Domino effect.
It's
Mhm,
domino effect.
mhm.
Arlene, so you're the host of Journey TV. How did that happen? It's such an exciting project. I'd love to hear more about it.
Well, that's actually all tied into having the courage to literally start to work towards your purpose, because it started from me, from that desire of wanting to do something bigger and being ready to tell my story. Out of that desire came the blog, Footprints Journey, where my confidant and I, Claudine Cartwright, we started it together. And then we decided to invite guest writers to share their stories. And from there, it evolved into us interviewing these guest writers on camera. We released that footage on YouTube as a web series, and we got picked up by a network. And that's how the talk show began.
Wow, how amazing. It's just like, and this is how it usually happens with your purpose work. You gotta
So,
dedicate a time and do something that lights your fire. And then the rest becomes history once you
yes,
get through
yes,
that.
yes.
It just
You
happens.
can't even see how it is going to unfold. It's literally like our creator is waiting for us to just make the first step. And once that step is made, you align yourself with resources, or resources find you. Once you start the planning phase, you will be surprised as to what will unfold as you walk it out. So even I was shocked. I was shocked, and I can't believe where we are now. Mhm.
Yeah. And so it happens. And so same thing happened for me. You know, when I started these events, it was just something that was lighting me up. And
Yeah.
I guess it was just a space that I wanted to create where I felt like other women are safe.
Hmm.
And, from one thing to the other, just people felt that they needed that too. And it really, really starts from within. So if
Yeah.
someone is perhaps feeling great, Arlene, you're speaking my language right here, right now. I'm like, I have this burning desire. I know my dream. I know my purpose. So perhaps they might not be looking necessarily for their purpose, but what's holding them back is that courage. They're
Hmm.
doubting it.
Hmm.
What would you say to that person right now?
I would say, first of all, I would understand where they are. First of all, I would give them understanding, because, fear is real. Limiting beliefs, they're real. They've developed throughout our lives, just throughout all of our experiences. So first, I would give them understanding. But in that understanding, I would l- let them know that you can do it. You can carry that stuff with you. You just start. You just start. And in those feelings, there's somebody else out there that has those same limiting beliefs, that same fear, but by you rising up to what is pulling you within your belly. I call it the purpose baby. When the purpose baby kicks, you feel it. You feel it. Um, Along with the understanding, along with confirming that we need your voice, I would also recommend that they spend time with themselves so that they can fully understand what's happening and connect with their natural behaviors, their natural desires, natural positive desires, and also their natural gifts that all tie into their purpose. So in understanding that stuff and connecting also with your maker, connecting with yourself, connecting with your maker, and then connecting with those elements again, your natural behaviors, positive desires, and then also your gifts, it pushes you to true identity. And once you connect with true identity, you have no other choice but to connect directly with purpose. So I would give them understanding. I would tell them to start. I would tell them to be patient with themselves throughout the process, but still feed into that sense of urgency. Spend time with themselves, spend time with their true maker, develop true identity, which will point them to purpose.
Oof, so powerful. And, a lot of it comes back to our values. As you speak of like identity and having that deeper connection with our purpose, it comes back to your values, your experience that you had in your life.
Mhm.
There's a reason. Honestly, there's a reason why
Yes,
you're having that
yes.
calling. Like you say, the purpose baby is kicking.
Baby kicking.
It was born. It was born from an idea, a seed, an experience,
Hmm.
and it's grown to such stage where it's waiting to be birthed. And I know it's scary, right? It's scary to go and give birth to this baby, but what's waiting on the other side?
What's
So,
waiting on the other side? Hmm.
Earlene, you worked with many people who been through their struggles, their challenges, and then eventually birthed uh, their purposes.
Hmm.
What's life on the other side once people step into their purpose?
Wow, there's a freedom. There's a deep freedom, even deeper healing, and confidence and boldness, and like they're able to walk in their authority finally. So that's what's on the other side of that. And in you walking in your authority, again, it goes back to you being the role model and the example for others. So your courage gives others courage. That's what it looks like.
Wow. Oh my God. Like, I love that freedom and step into your power, your purpose, and
Mhm.
free, like the courage. It really makes a difference. I
Mhm.
certainly felt that a few times actually.
Mhm. Mhm.
More recently, when I've stepped into my calling to host this platform for Women Thrive,
Mhm.
and when I really aligned with why I do what I do, that my why was my big drive because
Yes.
you know, life is not guaranteed. nothing is guaranteed that it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be hard days.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, definitely. Endurance is needed and wisdom.
Right. But you know, that shared commitment, having that why, when you have that deep why of why are you doing this?
Hmm.
It really gets you through those tough
It does.
days.
It
Right?
does. It does.
What has helped you overcome some of the struggles in life or some of the, when you had to face some of the difficult moments? What was the thing that helped you kind of walk through those alleys?
Hmm. My faith, first of all. My
Mm.
faith, my faith. I will capitalize my faith. And in connecting with my Heavenly Father, wisdom would come on the next moves to make. Also knowing that I can do all things through Him and with Him. And resiliency came again, wisdom came, endurance came, and even through the emotions of it all, there was still a trust in Him, and in my trust in Him came power in myself to just keep going. So it is ultimately my faith. I have to give Him all of the praise and all of the glory. I can't take credit for it.
And I feel like faith is this quiet voice, right? It's it's just inner belief,
Mm-hmm.
the inner feeling and knowing that somehow, somewhere, things are going to work out. There's a
Mm-hmm.
reason why you're going through the challenge and the struggle, and there's a higher power of what's getting you through some of the darkest days
Yes,
to get
yes,
you over to the other side.
yes, yes. And then when you're over onto the other side, the beauty of actually sharing that story with others, which is the foundation of everything that I do, um, you give other people a taste of that freedom and you tell them, you can do this. Like, you can do this. You literally stand as an example to remind them that they can do it. So it's been an interesting journey. It is not all smiles every day, of course. You know that, right, Ray? But we keep moving. We keep moving. Once you put one step in front of the next, in front of the next, before you know it, you've walked a mile, right? So
Mm.
yes.
And this comes back to what we were saying earlier, right? So I'm reading this comment. Earlene, love your boldness to speak out of your faith, and it gives me hope.
Wow.
And I feel like this completely ties into what you said earlier about when you
Mhm.
step into your purpose and, the purpose of why you're here, you become bold in it, you become confident,
Mhm.
and, you speak out your truth. And with doing so, you give people hope. So this is right here in complete display of
Mhm.
what you're saying.
Thank you so much, Jody.
Ali, you're a delight whenever we get to
Thank
connect.
you. Thank you.
Your purpose, your mission work that you do really, really shines through. I just want to say I'm grateful for you on our platform, as you're one of the speakers at the Women Thrive Summit.
Mhm.
And you're presenting on day one, which is what I'm
One.
yes.
Pressure. Pressure.
No pressure because you live in your purpose. And as we say, you're here you're called to do what you're doing. So tell us a little
Mhm.
bit more about your talk at the upcoming summit and why should people
Mhm.
be joining it?
So, I will be talking more about sustaining a lifestyle of purpose, how you connect with it, how you steward it, and how you sustain it. It will be a deeper dive into just the entire walk and the entire process. You will be given resourceful tools to go back to throughout the process, not just at the beginning, not just when you get into that phase of finding the courage to start, and then you plan and then you execute. I will be giving you tools to develop a lifestyle of purpose. I am what, 6 years in, 6 or 7 years in, and there have been times when I have felt like, imposter syndrome still comes up. Sometimes resources seem to dry up, and there's times when I have to go back to the steps that I've been able to develop throughout this journey, and they are proven, and that's what I will be sharing with our attendees at the Women Thrive Summit. And thank you so much for connecting me with your community, for trusting me. And I really appreciate the opportunity. Ray, you are a ray of sunshine for all of us. So thank you so much for your example.
Thank you, Earlene. It's always a pleasure just to see women thrive and be shining in what they do. For me, this is everything. Like just seeing women shine and step into their purpose and their power and their leadership, speaking their truth. Because very often we see women being overshadowed and asked to be quiet and don't be more than, or comparing ourselves. And for me, every woman has something magical. And whether you're the quiet one in the room, whether you'd like to be the loud one in the room, you know less and you know more than others, right? You are who you are because
Yes.
you are set here on this path for a purpose. And that's exactly what we'll be talking about, how to
Yes.
step into your purpose during the summit.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, for those of you who may not be aware, Women Thrive Summit is our annual women empowerment event. It happens every March, and this year is happening 20th to 24th of March. I'm excited because we have more than 50 amazing speakers. The summit is running live, so you get to connect with women like Earlene and many other inspirational international speakers, authors, coaches, mentors, and successful business women. So all you have to do is head over to womenthrivesummit.com, register for your free spot. Or if you want a little bit more access to, let's say, replay or ability to connect with our speakers, you can upgrade your ticket and have the front row seat. It is a virtual event, so you can join from anywhere in the world and you get to interact, connect with others, meet other like minded women, and more importantly, actually work on yourself, your personal development, and your business, because we host this event to help women to rise and thrive to their power, to their potential, and really live out the life of their mission and their purpose. So I look forward to seeing all of you there during the summit, which is next week already. Arlene, if people felt super connected to what you're speaking on and perhaps wanted to follow up with a message or drop you a DM, how could
Mhm.
they connect with you?
They can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and also on LinkedIn. It's at Earlene Camille. And then also, my email is ask@EarleneCamille.com. I don't know, should I type that in the comments? I'll actually go back and type that in the comments for everyone.
Sure. So I just also posted a link to your website, earlenecamille.com.
Okay.
I guess that might be also a good place to connect. But if you feel called to, if you feel connected, leave a comment below and I'll make sure that Earlene gets to see your
Respond.
comments.
Yes.
Right. If you
Mhm.
have some questions, feel free to ask again. Um, we are excited. What has
Mhm.
been kind of your highlight of this summit journey so far for you, Earlene?
The way that the women in the community connect and reach out and support, and actually make room for other women on their own individual platforms. So that's really been good. It's really a community that doesn't just say that they're here to build up women. Like, the action is behind it. The action is behind it, and then you're giving us opportunities as well. So we're following suit with your example again.
You just don't know. In this life, you don't know how what you do in your life will set example for others. And
Mhm.
hopefully, you want to be the inspiration. You want to set the positive example. And again, it just comes back from those values, right? What's
Yes.
inside of you? What
Yes.
values are you living out? And then you're projecting in this world, which
Hmm.
transpires into your work and what goes beyond it.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I'm excited. I'm excited to hear all the speakers. And the thing is, the things that we mentioned earlier about, the things that stop us from pursuing purpose or taking that leap, all
Mm,
of those topics are actually going to be addressed by different people. Confidence will be addressed. Limiting beliefs will be addressed. So yeah, it's going to be excellent, excellent.
and even today, I was speaking to some of the ladies in our group calls, and I said, look, I said, don't feel like you're any less or more. You got to step into your power and shine light on you, because you are the best
Yes,
positioned person for
yes.
the job, because you've been selected to speak on the summit on your topic. So you're
Hmm.
the expert, or not,
Yeah.
right? Because a lot of us as women, we tend to compare ourselves like, am I going to be good enough? But you don't have to act when you're following your purpose work and your mission, you don't have to ask yourself if you're good enough.
Hmm.
This
You're
is by
already
definition and by cut of the cloth. This is already yours. You just have to
right,
step in.
right, right. Like you say, it's already yours. Everything that is uniquely designed for you.
Oh, Earlene, I could be here all day, but of
I
course
know,
we gotta
right?
go. Time runs out so quickly in these lives. Ladies, if you feel inspired, do make sure you connect with Earlene. Of course, attend the summit. It would be just a pleasure for us to see you there. It's a free event. Share it with somebody else. Again, if you enjoyed this conversation, share it with someone you don't know who may need to hear these words today. We appreciate your time and your commitment and your contribution to our platform as well. Earlene, you're being amazing today, and I look forward to seeing you
Thank
on day
you.
one of the summit.
Yes. On Monday the 20th at 11 a.m.
Beautiful. Yes, make sure you be there. Thank you, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon. Take care for now.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.